Hello everyone, can you all hear me clearly?
Yes.
My name is Akshara and I would like to introduce our very first speaker, Sophie Kamocsay. Sophie was born in Manchester, New Hampshire and currently lives in Sharon. She has a dog named Diesel, a younger brother, a mom, and a dad. She's currently in the 5th grade and she lives in Sharon, like I said before. Everyone please welcome Sophie Kamocsay.
That's the chair for you, sweetie.
Oh, okay. Hello, everybody.
Hi Sophie.
Can you all hear me?
Yes.
My name is Sophie, and today I will be talking about the Rubik's Cube. I will talk about the history of the Rubik's Cube, how the cube works, and speed cubing competitions. Before I go on, I would like to thank Akshara for her wonderful introduction. First, I'll talk about the history of the Rubik's Cube. This is the Rubik's Cube. I don't think it needs an introduction because I'm pretty sure you've all seen one before. This is because it is one of the most popular and favorite toys of all time. In fact, over 350 million have been sold worldwide. That's more than the population of the United States. The Rubik's Cube was invented in 1974 by Erne Rubik. Rubik was inspired by a cube similar to his in that it was made up of little cubes, like you can see, but instead was held together by magnets. This allowed rotating the groups of cubes together. But the puzzle was very fragile and would always fall apart. Rubik saw a challenge here. Could he engineer a similar puzzle but have it permanently hold together? He made several prototypes and was amazed by how well they worked. You could move the rows any way you wanted, and the cube would still stay together. It was like magic. Indeed, he originally named it the Magic Cube. It was an instant success in his home country. Later, Rubik teamed up with an international toy manufacturer to sell it worldwide. The toy manufacturer thought it would be easier to sell it under a different name, so they renamed it the Rubik's Cube. That name hasn't changed since. People love the Rubik's Cube so much that Rubik made an easier 2x2 and a much harder 4x4. Another company even has a working prototype of a 22x22 cube. I will focus on the 3x3 for the rest of my talk. The original.
Yeah.
Let me talk about how the cube works. The Rubik's Cube has 6 sides, obviously. Once solved, each of the cube's 6 sides has its own solid color. Before you actually solve the cube, you have to scramble it. And it'll probably look like this. By the way, I'm not talking about making breakfast.
Oh.
There are over 43 quintillion possible ways of arrangements of pieces. That is 43 with 18 zeros after it.
How many?
18. So, we have to find a strategy to get to the solution. Here's one of the most common ones. First, you solve the white side. Then, you solve the first layer, the second layer, the last layer, and the yellow side. Sounds easy, right? Does anybody want to try it? Yes. Here you go. When you first learn to solve the cube, you would move each individual piece to its correct positioning one by one. But people found out ways to move several of the cube's pieces into their correct positionings. They called this speed cubing. Cubing became so popular that it's now a sport, and there are even competitions for it. This brings me to my next point, speed cubing competitions. This is serious business. There's an actual association called the World Cube Association, or WCA, that regulates the rules for the competition. The WCA also keeps track of all the cubing world records. At any competition, though, the most popular event is speed cubing, where the contestant just has to solve the 3x3 cube as fast as possible. The way this works is that the contestant has 15 seconds to inspect the scrambled cube. After that, must put the cube down and put his hands down on a special timing device called a StatMat timer. The timer only starts when he takes his hands off of the timer and only stops when he puts his hands back on. The world record for solving a 3x3 cube is 4.59 seconds. So I'm wondering, are you done yet, Manal? It wasn't easy, right? Trying to solve a cube. This is actually one of the most intriguing things about the Rubik's Cube. It seems so simple to solve, but it actually isn't. Don't feel bad. I learned how to solve a cube a year ago. It takes me over 15 minutes to solve, and I still haven't memorized it. In competition, you can buy a special cube made loosely to allow easier turning. Also, you can lubricate your cube with petroleum jelly or oil. Just have to take it apart and put it back together correctly. At competitions, there are also other events. This includes one-handed solving, foot solving, and blindfolded solving. Wait, blindfolded? I can't even sleep blindfolded.
Oh.
In this competition, the contestant has to figure out and memorize all the moves needed to solve the cube. Then has to solve it blindfolded, of course. I've never been to one of these competitions, or even just been in one, but I hope to do so in the future. Today, I talked about the Rubik's Cube. I talked about the history of the Rubik's Cube, how the cube works, and speed cubing competitions. Does anybody have any questions? No? All right.
Okay, go ahead, sorry.
Rubik's Cubes are very fun to solve and are portable too. You can solve one in the car, on the beach, or even in the plane. It doesn't matter where you solve it. I recommend buying one. Next speaking is Minal.
Wait, 1 second.
Far.
Fine.